And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
We're going to 54. Why? Here you go.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped into the Redskins. How did they do? Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Detroit!
Geis, they'll try to run it. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Geis alone in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
No, check, Patriot! Gun!
They'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Robert Quinn in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Go, get out there. 26.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Number 47.
Prescott from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 and a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here you go. 26.
Elliott, toss right. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hot.
They'll set up a throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware of that.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start on the ground with Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. 47. Here you go. 26.
And they'll go on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Prescott now. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
This defensive unit ranks 3rd in the NFL against the run. If they keep making plays like that, they might move up in the rankings, but you got to like what they're doing. Plugging up the middle, able to run to the perimeter. People just can't do much against them.
Second down, Prescott. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go, going to 54. Wide in. Here we go, 46. Here we go, going to 54. Wide in.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Point after, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, I'm trying to erase this deficit. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Go, get out there, 26.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Here you go. Here we go. Wide. Here we go. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide. Go. Get out.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Runs through the contact. A dump down to McKinnon. And a juke this time. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
And it's caught inside the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Gone!
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that gets them back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. He's got him in. Complete. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Lucky 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. No, check, Patriot.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Leopard. All right, now, Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Get me. He's not gonna get me. Slam.
They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Prescott now on 2nd down. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Matt Ioannidis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. To throw is Prescott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10, and they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Down right around the 25. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Awesome. We're going to 54.
Prescott. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They get it to him running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Go, get out there, get out there.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back to the 24. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
No. Check. Patriot! Black 99 Philly, here we go! Check. Lucky.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Gun!
He'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
No. Check. Patriot!
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Geis alone in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Here comes Cobb. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Oh, leaves it behind in the spin. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Gun! Gun! Gun!
Nice one to carry on second down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Delay of game penalty ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete here.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Go, get out there.
Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the two-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, wide in. Here we go, 47, 26.
On second down, Elliott. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That one good for 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Done. Here we go, wide in. Here we go, 46, 26.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins are going to win the football game. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Getting down to the end here, they have a two-score lead. Barely, but it's a two-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he gets halfway there down to the 1 yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1.
Back to that Philly, here we go.
Looking to throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle taken now.